My name is Muhammad Hafizz bin Daud, and I'm going to explain to you question 1, which is the bisection method. Okay. Alright, for the question 1, the bisection method, it is given in the question. The equation is 4rn 2r minus square root 4r squared minus d squared equal d squared. And now, before we use the equation, the question have been given the parameter, which is the Rn is equal to 4D and the R is equal to 10 inch. Now the epsilon, which is will be used later in the bisection method table, is 0.0001. And first, all we have to do is substitute the Rn and the R into the equation, and then we will get this 16D 20 minus 400 minus D squared equal D squared. And then we will continue to finish the equation until at this point. At this point, we just simply cut the square to get into 2 and the d over 16 squared. We have to do the a minus b, and then we will get a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. That's why we will get this equation. And then we will continue do the equation until it left with the one simple unknown, which is the d squared plus 256 d squared minus 640 d equal to 0. And now the final equation we will get is 257 d squared minus 640 d equal to 0. Now, if we press the calculator to get the initial guess for the bisection method, now the equation we will get the roots is d1 is 24902, which later in the bisection method will be explained later. Now that's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Mohammad Syahmi bin Zamri. Now I will explain how to use bisection method, which is the question before using Microsoft Excel. Let's go. Okay, this is the equation that information that we found in the question. This is the function, this is the initial guess, which is 2 and 5, and this is the standard error that we must do, which is epsilon smaller than 0.001. Okay, then we tabulate in table. We label it as I as iteration, A the first initial guess, B second initial guess, M midpoint, fa the value of the function when we put the value of a in the equation, follow with fm, same which fa just now, and b minus m, which is the standard error for the first that iteration. Okay, this we put the value of a and b and find the midpoint. We can calculate it in the Excel using a plus b divided by 2. We will get the midpoint at that. fa, we just put the value of a inside the equation, 257 times a minus 640 times a. We will get the answer. Also with m, just substitute the value of m in the equation, we will get the answer. This is when just simply b minus m, we will get the value of the standard error. Okay, you see if fm, if minus and positive, we will get the negative value. The value of m will become the new value of b, and the value of a will stay. If the value of minus and minus, or positive, the value of m will become the new value of a, and the value of b will stay. Okay, we will the equation that we have done. And also for B, for B, just this is the final answer is D equal to 24902. We just, when we done all of it, just to confirm that we confirm it, we just clear the content and we drag it to the bottom. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Khaizuran bin Amir. I will explain to you about question 2a, vector valued function. For question 2a, 1, we will find the balloon's trajectory based on its given xy plane, which is x equals to at and y equals to bt square. We can use substitution method to find its final function, which is y in terms of x equals to b over a square times x square. We will find out that the movement of the balloon is a quadratic movement. Number 2, we will find its speed by using the particle movement, which is displacement equals to at and bt square from the original x and y. To find the velocity, we need to differentiate the displacement first. We will get a and 2bt, but we need to find the speed of the balloon, which is the magnitude of velocity. Next, we need to find the angle between the velocity vector and the x-axis. This is so that we can find the tangent of the quadratic equation, because the velocity is the tangent. When we find it using Sohcahtoa method and use tan equals to y over x, and we substitute the value of y and x, and we get the answer here. We will continue the question 2a by using MATLAB simulation. We first use two conditions, which is b is greater than a and a is greater than b. We key in the codings using the final function, which is yx equals to b over a squared times x squared. We after key in the plot, we use the figure coding to generate two plots using subplot. We will run the simulation, and we find out that if b is greater than a, it will become more narrower than a is greater to b for both condition. Then we will see in another simulation, an online simulation, which is Desmos. We find out that b is greater than a is narrower here, but if we invert it, if a is greater than b, we find out that it is wider. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Farhan bin Ahmad Tarmizi, and I will explaining question 2b. Okay, for the question 2b, the question requires us to find the velocity of the particle, which is the RT, the acceleration, and the speed. The question also requires us to sketch the path of particle and draw the velocity and acceleration vector for the specific value of t. Okay, for the velocity of the particle function which have been given to us is the RT equal to 2 cos ti plus 3 sin tj. And for the to find the velocity, we differentiate the RT, and we got the negative 2 sin ti plus 3 cos tj function. For the acceleration, we differentiate the velocity function and get the negative 2 cos ti minus 3 sin tj. For the speed, we find the magnitude of the velocity and using the formula the set a2 plus b2. The a2 is the function of I direction and b is the function for the j direction in velocity function, and we get the speed function is equal to set 4 sin square t plus 9 cos square t. For the path of particle, using the particle function is given the rt equal to 2 cos ti plus 3 sin tj. For the t equal to 0, we get the coordinate to 0. For t equal to pi over 2, coordinate 0, 3. 3 equal to pi, coordinate negative 2, 0. T equal to 3 pi over 2, coordinate 0 and negative 3. And t equal to 2 pi, we get the coordinate 2 and 0. Okay, to sketch the graph, the path of the particle from the t equal to 0 to 0 to the t equal to pi over 2, 0, 3, t equal to pi, negative 2, 0, t equal 3 pi over 2, 0 and negative 3, and t equal to 2 pi, we get back the 2, 0. From the path of the particle, to draw the velocity and acceleration vector for the first speed value of t, we choose t equal to pi over 2 right here, and then to draw the velocity vector, we draw the tangent of the position and get the velocity vector. And for the acceleration vector, we can get for the acceleration vector is the perpendicular from the velocity vector, which is the a here, and we can sketch the path of particle using the MATLAB. Okay, for the simulation in the MATLAB, we choose the t of the graph from 0 to 2 pi, and for the axis we use the I direction function, which is the 2 cos t, and for the y axis we use the j direction function, which is the 3 sin t. And when we plot the graph, we get the graph look like this, and for the green line, this is the tangent of the graph, which indicate the velocity vector, and for the red line, this is the acceleration vector, which is perpendicular to the velocity vector. That's all. Thank you.